Hey everyone, welcome back. Mark's Garage channel. My seat covers came in. This is the back seat, or the back rest rather, of the seat, the bench seat. It's a kit, comes with the back seat cover, the bottom seat cover, hog rings, and a hog ring pliers. Of course, you flip this over, and you go, where are the hog rings? There are none. This one takes clips. I don't know if you can see those. These tiny clips. But if you don't see them, I had to watch a video that Haggerty put out that really just explained the whole thing much better. But what he did is, instead of reusing his clips, he welded a bar on here to attach the hog rings. I don't think I'm going to go that far. I think I'm going to try to reuse these clips. So I'm just going to pop them off, uncover this thing, and the reason I'm videotaping it is hopefully I can get it back together the same way. What I'm doing today after this is going to Joann Fabrics, and I'll probably buy another piece of batting and some burlap. So hopefully you can see that. There's these clips right here. Here's one. And I guess you just push them off. Somehow get under it and pry it off. So I got this tiny screwdriver. Yeah, and they're coming. There's just a little clip. So I'll probably end up soaking these. There's a little clip. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. I'll soak those in the acid to get the rust off, get them clean. And I'm just going to go around this whole thing, popping them off. Seems to be a little labor intensive, but it is what it is. As I'm popping these rusty clips off, it occurred to me, I haven't even searched the internet. Maybe they sell these somewhere. But they don't come off too easy. But when they do come off, they're all rusted and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reuse them or not. Which is why I know the guy on Haggerty put his on with the hog rings. But I'll just keep doing this. I'll tell you this story about the Karen at the graduation. My son graduated high school the other day. We had to take my mom, she's in a wheelchair, take her over onto the field. And of course, my wife and I have to stand up. So there's a pile of chairs, folded chairs. And grabbed a couple chairs. We sit down either side of my mom in her wheelchair. And as I'm grabbing the chairs, some Karen goes, "Hey, those chairs aren't for you." And there was a whole stack of them. I said, "You know, lady, don't be a rat." And you know what? She was a rat. She called, I think she called the AV director. Not called her. When I walked up to the lady who was directing at the AV stage, she got on the radio. And I know she got on the radio because our other friends heard it. And they got the police involved. And the police come over and like, "Hey, excuse me. Those chairs aren't for you. Put them back." So as soon as I stood up, the police actually grabbed the chair out from under me. Not physically, don't get me wrong, but he folded it himself and brought it back as I would have done myself. But it's just so stupid. So then I had to stand for an hour and a half during all those speeches and other, political crap going on at the graduation. And the whole time I'm standing, I'm watching that pile of chairs just sit there. Well, these chairs are for the AV team. There was no AV team. They were all out doing AV stuff. So it's totally waste of time. So I went up to the AV director afterward and I asked her if she needed a hand with the chairs. You want a hand folding chairs? Seem to need these chairs more than I do, because I could stand on my feet all day long, which I pretty much do when I'm working on my truck, so not a big deal. I think my wife's back was bothering her, but I said, honey, I can stand on my head. I don't care. Glad my kid's getting out of high school. But funny part is, Karen lives right around the corner from me. I know exactly who she is. Her son graduated my kid. They were friends at some point. I think they went to some event together at some point in time. I think they were both on a wrestling team together for a season. But enough of my Karen story. I'm still annoyed by it. Okay, I got all the clips off. Now let's see if I can get this cover off and see what's underneath. I mean, I can see what's underneath looking through the springs. I want to expose it all. Wow, just rusted right to the... Oh, that must be a tear. It's in two pieces there. Oh, I missed a couple clips. Let me get those. See if I can get this off. Come back for those. The reason I want to videotape this too, I want to be able to put it back together in the right way. So, to go all the way around, I guess getting this on is going to be a little tricky. To get it underneath these are the clips that hold the seat to the frame. Okay, so what do we got underneath here? Besides, I got to treat some of the rust on this frame. I don't see any broken springs. This is batting or padding. You see none of it's left? I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure it's still in the picture. This has probably been eaten by mice over the years and taken away and used for their nests. And then the fabric itself, or not the fabric, the burlap is all torn up. So I'm gonna go hit a fabric store and try to get a piece of burlap. And that, to me, I think it's hog ringed on. I don't see what's holding this. Yeah, there's a hog ring right here. There's one right there. And then I want to buy cotton batting. This looks like about 1 inch thick. Or if they have foam that's 1 inch thick, maybe I'll go with foam. Or from what I saw in the Haggerty video, they use both. They put a piece of batting on, or a few pieces of batting on, cotton, and then put a piece of foam over that, and then they wrapped it around. There's nothing here. I thought maybe there'd be a piece here or a piece here, but there's not. So this might be a lot easier than I thought. But what I have to do is strip this all off of the metal frame, and I'll probably treat the metal frame with phosphoric acid and then the Rust-Oleum rust reformer spray, so it's all nice and clean before I put it back together. So I'll leave this all for now so I can put it back together when I get the materials. Thanks for watching. So back on it today. Yesterday I stopped at Joanne Fabric in Southington. They were really helpful there. There's a lesson learned. You go to Joanne Fabric, they got the stuff on the wall, you bring it to a cut area, the person lays it out for you, gives you how many yards do you want. You might want to take your measurements before you go there. So I get there and I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's this wide and this long, and I felt kind of silly that I didn't even think to measure this, but I think I bought enough burlap and enough padding to do 2 seats. I didn't buy any foam, because I wasn't sure how wide everything was. And the foam was kind of reasonably priced. So what I'm going to finish doing today is getting this burlap off, clean this frame up, get all the dirt off of it and all the rust off of it. Probably spray it with some primer. I want to check these springs, make sure there's no broken springs. This thing looks like it's dipping in the middle. Maybe I'll have to swap some springs around, and then we'll go from there. So, now I'm examining the frame. Seems in pretty good shape. It's got some dips and curves to it, and you wonder, is it supposed to be like that for lumbar support? Or not that they probably had that in 47, but it's got a little curve to it right here. Looks like these are bigger springs, smaller springs, so I'm not going to mess around with any of that. I think I'm just going to clean this frame up, probably, maybe hit it with some of that phosphoric acid and then hose it off, and then just spray paint it with the Rust-Oleum rust inhibitor. Maybe I'll wire wheel it. Yeah, I'll probably wire wheel it at least. I don't even know what these pieces are right here. Oh, look at that. See it? That is there, but that one's sticking out. I think what that means is this piece here has a dip going this way, so maybe I'll pull it back until this is sucked in. Same with this one here. See what I can do to straighten that out, keep all that stuff in. So there's the clips. I let them soak in the acid overnight. Took all the rust right off of it. There's still a little residue from the vinyl, but that'll clean off. I'll probably spray those. But I found these online also. You can buy a bag of 25 for 15 bucks from Amazon. I need 30 per side, per seat. So I'm gonna reuse some of these that I can. I'm gonna still buy a bag just to have the extras in case I run short. There's a side-by-side of the one on the right is untreated, and the one on the left is soaked in the acid overnight. You can see the difference. You know what I wish I had was maybe like a rock tumbler to fill it with sand and like clean these little parts off really well. Just tumble them for a couple hours. I bet they come out like looking like new. And then I guess if I were ever going to go into the business of restoring things like this, I would soak that in a bathtub of some sort of acid, and it'd probably look brand new overnight. Well, there's, I won't say the finished product, but that's the frame with the burlap attached with hog rings. You see, I painted, this will end up showing, so I painted that the anodized bronze color. But everything else is black, which is the Rust-Oleum rust reformer. It's supposed to be a direct rust type of product. So I did the back side. I bent everything back in place. So next is to get the batting. I'm gonna put about 4 layers of that on top of this. See how it looks. So that's 2 layers of cotton batting. I think I made a little mistake. I think I was supposed to hog ring the batting down at the same time I did the burlap underneath. Burlap's hog tie, but I guess I can just put a couple, maybe 3 across the top, just like I did the burlap. Just add some hog rings. I got plenty. And then tomorrow, if the sun's out, I'll try to put the vinyl over it. Here's something interesting. I was all set to put this on. It has a big B on it. The other one says top, so these covers are backwards. So I'm going to take this off. Good thing I didn't put it on. So I stuck a piece of foam under there. and it tightened it up a lot. And now I'm starting to put the clips on, and I'm, you know, running into a little difficulty. What I've done there is I've preloaded the springs with some bricks, so the springs are a little bit compressed, not a whole lot. And then I'm just starting in the middle and working out, trying to get these clips on. And I'm doing this by myself, so just going inside to outside. There's a clip. And I guess it just snaps on there. And you know, I'm just pulling this. I guess it's tight enough. I don't know. And I got this channel lock with the. Adjust that. Put some masking tape so I don't chew into the vinyl. These clips bite into the vinyl as well. I don't know if maybe I should have lubricated them or something. Just put that right there. I don't know if I should probably cut this away over here so it's not hitting that. I don't know. Put that right there. Kind of hold it in place. And then the clip goes on. Hope it holds. Seems like it wants to bounce right off. But I won't bore you with me doing all of this. I'm just going to keep going and see how it comes out. So it doesn't seem to be going too well. What's happening is the clips keep slipping off, and as you can see, wherever I use the clip, it ruins the vinyl. So I think I'm at least invested a new set of clips. Maybe these are just sprung and they're not holding properly. I'm not really sure what to do next, so I'm gonna take a break. I know this turned out to be a long video, but here's the final product. Now, I ended up having to buy new clips. The old clips, you cannot reuse them. They were all rust. Well, they don't have this, I don't know if you can even see it, but there's this lip right here. The older ones, the lip is rusted off. So they dig into the, here's an old one. They dig right into the, where is it? Right there. They dig into the vinyl. And everywhere you put a clip on, it makes a mark on the vinyl. So if you put that clip in the wrong place, you can't do it again. So like, there's a mark right there. Hopefully that's not going to be seen because it's against the back. But I want to say, you know, I think it came out pretty good. I'm going to flip it over and video this again. But it looks pretty good from this side. I'm going to flip it. So that's the final product. I think it came out pretty good. I don't know if that seam's really as straight as I wanted it to be, especially here in the back, which is the bottom. Nobody will really see that. It'll be underneath. But yeah, it came out pretty good. There's a little wrinkle there. There's a little wrinkle there. Hopefully nobody can see that. Or maybe I could tuck it later with something. But thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.